So, with COVID coming back into all of our lives, one of the things you absolutely need in the UK is to be registered with your GP for very, very obvious reasons. You're very often asked to take lateral flow tests or to get specific tests done before you come to venues just because of all that's going around. And for all of this, you need to be registered with the GP. So, in today's video, we're talking about how to get you registered with a GP as soon as you move to the UK. Hi guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Ashika, and on this channel we usually talk about tips on moving to the UK. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. You can also follow me on Instagram at absolutelyashika. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, registering with your GP is one of the absolute first things you need to do once you move to the UK and you get your house, alright? When we moved to the UK, we kept pushing it thinking, COVID's gone away. Most people in the UK weren't really wearing masks, so we were like, yeah, we're good, we'll just push it to when we have fewer things on our plate, and we just managed to get it done in time, and now we're getting hit with the second wave or third wave, but don't push it like we did. We just got lucky, I guess, that nothing major happened in the meantime. But do remember to register as soon as you can. Your GP is your general practitioner. Unlike in India, you do not have the concept of specialized doctors very often over here. You do have this one doctor or these one set of doctors that you often go to who generally help you out with all of your queries. Typically in India, if you want to see a doctor, you'll figure out if you want to go to an ENT or a gynecologist or a cardiologist. But over here, the first thing you do is contact your general practitioner. In our case, our general practitioner is a surgery who has 4 or 5 doctors. So we get a doctor basis whoever is available. Now, the concept of medical care in the UK is very different from what we have in India. In India, in case you get sick, you go to whichever doctor you want, or you probably check Practo. That's what we've been doing over the past few years. But in the UK, because you have health insurance, and most people have health insurance, what you do is you register with your general practitioner, and all your consultations with your GP are free. So you don't have to pay every time you go visit the doctor. You do have to pay when you pick up medicines at the pharmacy, but all of your consultations at your GP are free. So the first step to register for your GP is to identify where you're going to live. If you have your residence nailed down, that's absolutely perfect. You don't need to wait for anything else. If you are staying in an Airbnb or a hotel, but you are absolutely confident of where you are going to live, which area you're going to live in, you can still look for the closest GP and still register without having to wait. We had to wait in our case because we didn't know which town we would stay in, but you don't have to if you are certain of where you're going to live. Now, the second point is actually deciding which GP you want to go ahead with. It's entirely up to you. You get to choose which general practitioner or which surgery you want to go with. What I suggest you keep in mind while you make this decision is the first thing is the distance from your house. How far is this particular surgery from your house? So ideally you just head over to Google and you look for the closest surgeries near me, and it'll give you a list of all the surgeries and how far each of them is away from you. So you can shortlist basis that. The other thing you need to bear in mind is the reviews of each of these surgeries, because you don't know anything about them. You don't know how good the doctors are or how good the practice is as a whole. So I do suggest you read the reviews on Google Reviews before you decide which surgery you want to go ahead with. So if you're looking to narrow it down, the only 2 suggestions I would have would be a GP which is close to your house and something that has pretty good reviews. Now, the next step you want to do is actually register with your GP. So how we went about it was I checked the process online to register, and it involved printing out forms and filling them out and dropping them off at the GP. So what we did was I decided to call up the GP, and I told them that we didn't have a printer, and they just said we could come over to the surgery, pick up the forms, fill them out and drop them back. So that's what we did. We went to the surgery, got a bunch of forms. It's not something you can sit at the surgery and fill, so it's probably wise for you to take the forms home, fill them out, and then head over back to the GP and submit the forms. The registration usually takes about a week or a week and a half, but do remember to just check in with your GP in case your registration doesn't come through by then. So when you register with your GP for the first time, you will be asked for a couple of things along with the forms that you have to fill out. The first one is your passports. The second one is the date of when you arrived in the UK. And the third one is, in case you have children, they will ask for immunization records of what all vaccines your child has received in the past. Before I move ahead, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. Now the next step is you will receive an SMS saying your registration has been complete with whatever surgery you decide to go with. And you will also receive a letter from the NHS giving you your NHS number. This is an extremely important number. Please keep it handy with you. In case of any medical emergencies, you might require your NHS number, so it's extremely important. Keep that letter safely, make copies and all of that. Also, if your child has any pending vaccinations, like in the case of Jordan, he had about 2 or 3 vaccinations that were due to be given this year, you will receive a call immediately from your surgery and they will book you into the next appointment available so that your child gets these vaccinations for free. So you've got your NHS number now and you have registered. How do you actually go about making an appointment with your surgery now? One, you can always pick up the phone and go through a very lengthy waiting process if that's something you want to do. Or you can download the NHS app. The NHS app allows you to make appointments with your surgery on the app itself so that you do not have to go through the entire process of waiting for someone to pick up and help you out. The NHS app also helps you check all of your appointments that you've made, all of the prescriptions that you have been given, not the actual prescriptions because you don't get that over here, but they give you a record of what medicines the doctor has advised you to take. So that's also recorded. Your health history or your health track record is also recorded. And you also have a list of all the pharmacies that are close by and your nominated pharmacy as well from where you can pick up your medicine. So my suggestion would be to definitely download the NHS app. It's extremely useful. It also has a record of your NHS number in case of emergencies. Now in my case, I went to the doctor a few days ago and like I said, they don't give you a prescription here. So I was a little confused over which medicines to take. So I had to call my surgery again and ask them to detail it out for me. And at that point, like a day or two after I had visited the doctor, it wasn't updated on the NHS app, but it's been a week now and I noticed that it has been. So there's an entire record of which doctor I visited, what medicines he advised me to take and in what quantity. So there's an entire record of that. So it usually takes a little while to get updated into the system. So in case you've been to the doctor and you don't see it reflecting in your app, don't worry, just give it a few days and it should be there. Something for you to bear in mind is that a lot of GPs are closed over the weekends. My GP, for instance, is only operational from Monday to Friday and from 7 to 5 in the evening. So in case you need urgent medical help beyond that, please go to a hospital instead of waiting. Locate the hospital that is closest to you and just go over to the hospital. If it is urgent, please remember it needs to be urgent and immediate medical attention only. What you can also do is call 111 in case you need emergent medical attention and you're really not sure what to do, where to go, or you need help getting there. You can definitely call 111, that's 111, and they will connect you with somebody who can definitely help you out. Also, remember, 111 is open 24 hours, 7 days, all through the week. The NHS also allows you access to dentists. Some dental procedures are charged while others are not. So it would be useful for you to check which procedure you're looking for and whether it's chargeable or not. Now, some very useful information, especially with the surge of cases happening in the UK. If you need a lateral flow test or a lat flow test is a COVID test that helps you get the results instantly. You can just walk over to your pharmacy. There's a code you need to scan the code and you get the tests completely for free. They're not chargeable. So if you definitely want to test at home, if you feel you've been in contact with somebody who hasn't been well, or if you just are feeling unwell yourself, please head over to your pharmacy, scan the code on your app, register with the NHS, and you'll get the tests for free. Now, what happens if you're traveling within the UK and you urgently need to see a doctor and they're not anywhere close to your registered GP? In that scenario, you can contact any GP that is close to you, call them up, register as a temporary resident, and ask for urgent or immediate medical access, and they will definitely help you. Now, can a GP refuse to register you? The bad news is yes, they can. They can refuse to register you if they're really packed to capacity and they aren't taking any more patients. If you live really far away, or if they feel you need a lot of medical attention that needs to be given at your house and they're not equipped to do it. You can also be refused if you have been removed from that surgery before for whatever reasons. You know what I mean. Now, if you need any additional help, you can definitely check the NHS website. They have extremely detailed guidelines on what you need to be doing, where you can register the list of the local GPs around you if you enter your postal code, what to look out for. All of that's given. I'll put the link in the details below. Alright, and that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. And if you feel this video has helped you, please give me a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, my handle is absolutely Ashika. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great holiday and please be safe.